The history of Nigeria can be traced back to the prehistoric settlers, or Nigerians, living in these areas as early as 11,000 BC. Many ancient African civilizations settled in this region that is today Nigeria. In this part of Africa, the large river Niger provided water essential for communities to grow. The earliest known example of a human skeleton found anywhere in West Africa was found in today's Nigeria. Microlithic and ceramic industries were also developed by Savannah people from at least the 4th millennium BC and were continued by agricultural communities. The earliest iron using Nigerian culture is that of the Nok culture in 900 BC. In the Hausa kingdoms lived the Hausa people and were situated between the Niger River and the Lake Chad. This part of Nigerian history is reflected by a mythological story, the Bayajida legend. The legend describes the adventure of the hero Bayajida. He came from the Middle East, traveled the desert, married the local queen and had a child, and another one with the queen's maidservant. The legend says that Hausa states were founded by the sons of Bayajida. The Hausa kingdoms were first mentioned in the 9th century, and they were by the 15th century important trading centers competing with Kan and Bornu or the Mali Empire. The primary exports were slaves, leather, gold, cloth, salt, kola nuts or animal hides. During this time, many African civilizations existed in this region that is today Nigeria, such as kingdoms of Nerai, Benin Empire or Oyo Empire. It is believed that Islam reached Nigeria through the Borno Empire somewhere in the 11th century. Hausa states were touched by this religion around 1385. In the 16th century, a larger Yoruba Empire develops. Speaking about the Benin Empire, their fame is not based on power, but on having the contact with Portuguese. This is the coastal kingdom which the Portuguese discovered when they reached the mouth of Niger in the 1470s, bringing back to Europe news about the African artifacts. Christianity came here in the 15th century due to Portuguese. Speaking more in detail about the states that existed here before 1500s, on today's Nigerian territory we could find the kingdoms of Benin, Borgu, Hausa, Kwararafa, Ibibio, Nerai, Nupe, Wari, and the empires of Fulani, Kanem-Bornu, Oyo, and Songhai. During the 16th century, the Songhai Empire reached its peak, stretching on a large area and for more than 100 years influencing and shaping the history of Nigeria. This period is marked by diverse conflicts. One example, the conflict between the Tuareg and Borno. From the start of the 19th century, there was a pretty high interest for the British in this land. In 1821, British government sponsors an expedition south through the Sahara to reach the Kingdom of Borno. Its members became the first Europeans to reach Lake Chad. Slaves were traded for European goods. Following the Napoleonic Wars, British expanded the trade with the Nigerian interior. In 1885, British claimed the West African sphere of influence, receiving international recognition. The Royal Niger Company was created under this name in 1886. In 1900, the company's territory came under the control of the British government. On 1st of January 1901, Nigeria became a British protectorate and part of the British Empire. Between 1886 and 1940, the partition of Africa happened between the colonial powers. The borders of Nigeria were created, and Nigeria as a part of British Empire. Western education and development of a modern economy proceeded more rapidly in the south than in the north in this territory, with consequences felt in Nigeria's political life ever since. After the World War II, Nigerian nationalism was on the rise. On 1st of October 1954, the colony became the Autonomous Federation of Nigeria, and in 1958, Britain agreed that Nigeria would become an independent state on the 1st of October 1960. 4 republics existed here in this land, ruled by instability from that period to the present days. If after the war the population of Nigeria was around 30 million people, today in this country we can find almost 200 million people. There are more to say of course, but this was Nigeria in a nutshell. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.